Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're going to keep this BDSP hype train going with a rain team starring one of my favorite Pokemon that unfortunately wasn't present in Sword and Shield, which is Ampharos. Now, this is on a somewhat standard rain team, where you could definitely run a more popular electric type, Raikou or Zapdos. We definitely saw how powerful Raikou could be last video. That's a good point. Both of them have considerably better base stats than Ampharos. But Ampharos does have a couple of things working in its favor that can make it our Thunder Spammer of choice on this rain team. And the first one is it's relatively slow speed tier. It's pretty slow, actually. What it means, though, the fact that it's slow, is that we can situate it at a speed tier where it can take advantage of both Tailwind and Trick Room. We give it just enough speed investment where it can stay modest, but hits that magical 101 breakpoint for this meta. That means it beats 200, which is the fastest pretty much anything relevant gets here, under Tailwind. But it also means that 101 is relatively slow, so should we go with our Trick Room mode with Cresselia, it'll underspeed most things too. This means, no matter what the speed control method we choose is, it can take advantage. The other thing it has going for it is Dragon Pulse as coverage. Normally that's pretty mediocre coverage, to be honest. It's not that powerful of a move. But in BDSP, the main ground type you have to contend with is Garchomp, and so having coverage that can actually chunk it pretty hard is incredibly useful. Not having your electric type walled by the main ground type, great. And if we have the speed control, we don't have to worry about it killing us first. So now for the rest of the team. Ludicolo Pelipper, it's just an S tier pairing. Like, Rain has been doing fantastically in the BDSP meta, and this pair in particular gives us a Weather Setter and Abuser that don't share any weaknesses despite being water. Plus, the utility from a super fast Swift Swim fueled Fake Out and Tailwind is incredible, and powerful stab moves from water, grass, ice, and flying. Really versatile. Then the other big pairing here is Cresselia and Hariyama. They make up the core of our team's other mode, which is Trick Room. Fake Out from Hariyama lets us set up Trick Room, and then Flame Orb activates the end of the turn to give us super powerful close combat and knockoff. Then in the back, you can bring one of the Rain Abusers with Pelipper or Scissor, since it enjoys Trick Room too. Both of them keep neutral speed natures so that they can work with the Tailwind mode in a pinch in case, Ampharos isn't appropriate for the matchup. And then, of course, there's Scissor. This is the same set from last video, but with Rain and Akaberry, it can actually take a solid hit from a powerful fire type, even like Heatran. Our team is pretty special heavy besides Hariyama, who's fighting, so having Scissor here as a Cresselia check is really nice. Plus, Scissor is just probably the best Pokemon in BDSP right now. That about sums it up, so let's jump into our set. I found a player named Jeans using the 2021-2022 room code, and they were kind enough to play a best of 3 with us. So let's see if Ampharos can hold its own against a strong meta team. Okay, so my opponent seems to have a pretty standard balanced team, apart from Weavile. Everything here is actually pretty middling on speed, again, apart from Weavile, which is quite fast. I think our Tailwind mode is going to be the most appropriate here. So Ludicolo Pelipper seems like a great lead. It has coverage for pretty much everything. I like Ampharos too. We've got Dragon Pulse for Garchomp, and then everything else will either hit for neutral or, except for Breloom, that is. Or super effective, especially for that Milotic. As for the fourth, honestly, any of our 3 could work. Like, Crest does pretty well into everything here except for Weavile. Hariyama would give Fake Out. But I do like Scissor the best, I think. Priority could be really helpful. It hits Weavile super effectively, double super effectively for that. And if Breloom comes out, having priority to take it out before it can Spore could be really useful. So yeah, let's see if we can take this. Hopefully our opponent gives us a chance for a best of 3. A lot of people like to just do a single game here. Some people bring their whole 6, but their team looks pretty standard VGC. I'm hoping that they are here to play a real set with us. So how is Jeans leading here? Heatran and Weavile. This is just fine with me. We have Swift Swim and Fake Out, and our Fake Out will be, of course, way faster than theirs. And I also just don't see their Heatran staying in against 2 water types in the rain, right? So I think we can just Fake Out Weavile and take the opportunity to set Tailwind for ourselves. That'll give Pelipper speed control over everything too, like Ludi, and yeah, I think I like this a lot. All right, yeah, we called it right. They're swapping out Heatran. I could have gone for Scald into Weavile as well, but there's a good chance they're sashed, and honestly, Pelipper isn't that strong, so I'm not even sure that we would have taken it out. Well, I guess the sash wouldn't matter since we take it out, but yeah, I'm not sure whether we would have scored that KO, so nice to just get the Tailwind up now. Alright, so I'm a little scared of Togekiss because of the flying coverage, and to Ludi, I think I'm going to double it. I'm pretty sure Ice Beam isn't a one-hit KO onto that, even with Life Orb, so let's go for this now. Oh god, they read me perfectly with that Protect. Yikes, I really should have split my damage with Pelipper to at least get Weavile low, if not take that KO, but... And then Icy Wind. That is annoying because I don't think Pelipper's faster anymore. Ludi's fine. Ludi's effectively at +3 because it has both Swift Swim and Tailwind right now. So, yeah, it's insanely fast still. But yeah, I'm not sure how fast Pelipper is relative to everything now. So I think we just double into the Togekiss again at this point. But it's rough. If that Togekiss is fast, then if Weavile brings us down to neutral, it might manage to take out Ludi before we take it out. Come on, Ice Beam. Let's see what this can do. Yeah, I know that calc, unfortunately. It's, like I said, not going to be a no-KO unless we get a crit. And yeah, Icy Wind comes out, so all comes down to whether Pelipper can outspeed Togekiss at neutral. And we are max speed timid, but if they are a speedy spread themselves, then it won't matter. And yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure this will take out Ludi with or without a crit. And no crit didn't matter, yeah. Alright, well, we should at least take this KO against Togekiss now with the Scalds. And it's not the end of the world, because now we can bring something else in to take advantage of this this last turn of Tailwind here. Yeah, Ampharos seems good for this. Scissor has its priority, so it doesn't really care. Like, we might as well throw out some of these powerful Thunders while we still have the Rain and Speed Control. Now, who's our opponent bringing in? Garchomp. That's probably the worst case scenario. This is why we have Dragon Pulse, though, so it's not bad. We can use our Speed Control to hit it. And then we're running low on rain turns here, and Pelipper doesn't have its Sash anymore. I think I like the idea of swapping it out to Scissor. It'll resist a Rock Slide, and that'll give us another 5 rounds of rain, assuming we can stall it till the end of this set of rain turns. Also potentially another Tailwind if it comes to that. Alright, Dragon Pulse. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, that's solid chip. I'll take that. I don't think anything else I had was going to chip Garchomp that hard. Another Icy Wind. I wonder if that thing is, like, choiced or something, or if it just doesn't have anything else to do damage with. Like, they don't need Speed Control. I mean, I guess they kind of do, but Tailwind's about to end. And they SD. Okay. Honestly, I don't see the point. I think they should have just... But, man, I wish I had just attacked with Pelipper. We could have taken it out. Here we're in a pretty rough position, though. I think we protect Ampharos, but on Scissor, I'm basically reading their Weavile, right? Like, Bullet Punch would OHKO, but I feel like they won't leave it in for exactly that reason. And do we go greedy with Swords Dance? Honestly... Screw it. I think we just go for it. Wow, they stay in. It's really bizarre. It's just willing to let Weavile go down to a Bullet Punch there. And, man, I have not been reading this well. Does Scissor take this? There's no way it takes a +2 EQ. Scissor's going down. Okay. Okay, so that isn't great. Our Speed Control has been over now. But they also take out their own Weavile, which I guess makes sense. That's why they weren't going to swap it out, because it was going to go down to their EQ anyway. But the good news is we get our Rain back with Pelipper. It all comes down basically to what their fourth is. No, it's Heatran. We saw Heatran already. Okay, so I'm really not scared of that at all. Earth Power would hurt Ampharos, but they've already got EQ for that. So it really comes down to whether we protect Pelipper here. They have to choose between EQ and Rock Slide because EQ won't hurt Pelipper. And the fact that Ampharos just protected probably makes EQ really tempting. So, I mean, we definitely use Dragon Pulse into Garchomp. I don't think going for the double really gets us anything. But yeah, do we protect with Pelipper? Honestly, I kind of... The thing is that if they go for that EQ, then we 100% lose. And I don't know that plus 2 Rock Slide actually kills Ampharos. I think we just go for the double in, personally. Yeah, definitely into Garchomp. But Garchomp is the real danger here. If we can take that out, then Pelipper wins the 1v1 against Heatran, no problem. Oh, and they protect Heatran. That's actually huge. Alright, so... And they go for EQ. Okay, so... sorry, Ampharos, you're going down, but you did your job. You put some good chip into Garchomp. That allows Pelipper to pick up this KO. And I'm pretty sure Scald and Rain should take it out at this point. Like, it is at, like, 30% at best, and even lower thanks to that Life Orb chip. Okay, great. Yeah, okay. Now it's the 1v1 with Pelipper versus Heatran. I definitely like our odds, especially in Rain. And Steel shouldn't affect us either. Or it should affect us, but it'll be resisted. So yeah, no brainer, just Scald it. Okay, cool. We outspeed even without the Tailwind. That was expected, and almost a no-co. They go for Flash Cannon. How much does this do? There's no way it kills us. Honestly, more than I thought it would. If they crit, I think they would win. But now it's over. We have speed control, and we just Scald. Got it wrapped up. Oh, you're really going to protect and stall it out? You know, whatever. It's fine. Even if they manage to stall out Rain, which they can't, we just Scald again. This is fine. Alright, that should do it. Yeah, well done to Pelipper and Ampharos, and good game to Jeans. Now let's see if they'll play us again. Solid first win with the Ampharos Rain team. Looks like Jeans was a good sport, so we're in game 2 against them now. Our 4 from last game did really well for us, and honestly, I misplayed a couple of turns there. So I think just sticking to these 4 seems like a good play. Hopefully we can avoid those misplays this time around. I'd imagine that they're going to attempt to adapt, though. They made some good protect reads and so on in that game, so they probably want to switch it up. And Breloom Weavile. So this is a little harder because we can't let Breloom get a Spore off here. And it's also faster than Pelipper, so we have to fake that out instead of Weavile. I guess that means we're just protecting Pelipper this turn. Yeah, we also want to pop a potential Sash on Breloom. Yeah, because what's most likely going to happen is they will trade fake outs, and usually that's okay. But our Pelipper has a Sash, and we want to preserve that if we can. And okay, so we fake out Breloom, great. Life Orb with fake out is always kind of iffy for me, and they fake out into Pelipper, fantastic. Okay, so I think we come out ahead this turn. Oh, and Poison Orb, okay, interesting, Toxic Orb. That means their Weavile probably has the Sash. From here, I think we can just hit Breloom with Ice Beam, and then Scald with Pelipper into Weavile. You know, maybe that should do a good chunk, but maybe Tailwind was the play here, actually. This Showdown just locked into something I didn't necessarily want to do. And they're going to swap Breloom out, okay. Oh, into Milotic. Okay, that's a really good switch on their part. It is kind of an obvious play from me, so fair enough. And the Icy Wind again. Oh god, I really should have done Tailwind. Yeah, now my speed control is tenuous at best. In fact, I think Weavile outspeeds even Ludi. So, yeah, how much does this Scald do? That's a good chunk, but yeah, like I thought in the first game, it's not a KO, so that's iffy. Okay, Lefty's Milo, good to note. Alright, so Pelipper had its Sash broken, and it's really instrumental to our game plan for both Rain and Tailwind. I think we need to save it. And I also feel like they won't keep Milo in against Ludi, who can just Giga Drain it. So let's hit Weavile with Scald while we swap in Scissor here. I think that's the play. But they kept Milo in. Wow, okay. I am not reading this player very well at all. Now Ludi's back down to neutral, so there's a chance even Milo outspeeds it. I'm not sure how their base speeds compare. No, we're faster. Okay, so at least Weavile's gone. Now it depends what kind of set Milo is. Is it like a bulky coil hypnosis set, or raw hypnosis? Okay, well, we avoid. Thank God. That's good. Alright, so we know we're faster with Ludi than Milo, but not necessarily whatever they bring in. Yeah, what they bring in basically determines... Togekiss, yeah, so I don't think we can keep Ludi in. I'm pretty sure that Togekiss outspeeds us when we're at neutral. Okay. But they could also protect Togekiss and go over Hypnosis out of Fear of Bullet Punch. I feel like the safest play is to just swap Ampharos into the potential Air Slash or Hypnosis and then Swords Dance with Scissor. Like, the chances of them doubling Scissor are really low, so we'll almost certainly be able to use a +2 next turn if we go for Swords Dance here. But do we want to bullet punching the Togekiss is really tempting, but no, let's get that +2. If we get away with this, then we can just priority our way through the rest of this game. Yes, protect with Togekiss. Okay, great. I was really going back and forth on that one, but it looks like we made the right play here. And they're going for Scalds into Scissor. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Please, no burn. Oh, it's a crit. That's why it's so much. I mean, I know I gave them the rain, but that looked like a lot. Okay. Not a lot of luck there. But at least no burn. That's okay. And we get our Swords Dance up. So now we're in a much better position because Togekiss just protected. So we can throw a +2 Bullet Punch into that and the Thunder into Milo. Yeah, we're in a great spot here. And yeah, it makes sense that they withdraw Togekiss. But they swap into Breloom, yeah, and you know, that was their only choice for a swap in since Weavile was gone. So we take this out, no more Spore potential from them, so that's great. Now how fast is Ampharos compared to Milo? Oh, Milo's faster. Okay. So yeah, it's a dead Scissor, unfortunately. Let's see how much this Thunder does. I would really hope that we at least get close. I know Milo's very bulky, but we got Magnet. This is Thunder in the rain. Rain doesn't change the power though. Oh, I wish it was just a little bit more, and the rain is gone now. But that's great. We can bring Pelly back for more. I had really hoped that Thunder would pick up the Yoko though. And they've got Togekiss out. I mean, Ampharos is feeling real good against flying on a water type, but honestly, I think we got to get some chip on this Togekiss though, just because it's the only thing that Ludi fears. I think we go for the double into Milo though, and hope for a 2v1 situation against Togekiss, because between Electric and Ice coverage, we should be fine there. So yeah, if we can just get Milo off the board, then we're in a great spot. Okay, Air Slash into Pelipper. Wow. Oh, the crit. Yeah, I mean, I can't be too mad about crits from Togekiss, right? It's almost certainly Scope Lens. And then the raw Hypnosis. Okay. Yeah, that is rough. I mean, they missed one, so I guess RNG isn't like necessarily that crazy. They won and lost a coin flip each, but I hate that. Okay. So now it's Ludi. At least in rain, like we have the speed control, right? But who do we target? Milo's really low. I feel like we have to get some chip into Togekiss. We could Giga Drain Milo. Voices. You know, really, I think Ampharos would have won the one. Well, it depends if it has Gleam versus just Air Slash. It's a dead Ludi. Okay, it all comes down to Ampharos and whether it wakes up now. The fact that it's got all these crits means it's probably crit kiss, which means it probably had Gleam, so I guess it would potentially win the 1v1 against Ampharos and recover. Oh god, okay, so really Ampharos needs to wake up this turn. And it does! Okay, let's go. Thunder takes out Milotic. Awesome. So now we're in the 1v1 with Ampharos versus Togekiss. Can we just throw out a Thunder here? I guess we'll find out whether it had Dazzling this whole time, because there's no way it would go for Air Slash if it did. Unless I was going for flinches, which might be the play. So if it doesn't, I don't know if Dazzling's an Oko even with the crit. And they protect one turn. I guess stalling out Rain. That's not the worst idea. The Rain has been up for a couple turns now. But yeah, it's still up for this one. So no brainer, just Thunder again. Air Slash connects. I just gotta hope for no flinches now, right? Thunder, fantastic. Okay, no flinch. Ampharos takes game 2. It could not have gone better for this one. Again, I made some iffy plays, but the team clutched it out. A little bit of RNG for and against us. You know, we'll take it. Good game to Jeans and good set too. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this BDSP best of 3 with Ampharos. Just like last time, there are no rental codes in this game, but I've provided a link to the paste in the description of this video since I made this one myself. I've already got another team lined up for next video, so look forward to that. Until next time.